Imagine painting with colors that don't exist, hues born from your own imagination, not from any palette. That's exactly what Maya did when she decided to quit her steady job and dive headfirst into her art, armed only with a battered sketchbook and an unshakable belief in her vision. But her journey wasn't a smooth canvas. At first, her work was met with blank stares and rejection. Galleries told her, "Your style is too weird," and social media algorithms buried her posts beneath millions of others, invisible and unheard. Yet, instead of conforming or giving up, Maya embraced her uniqueness like a secret superpower. She started mixing mediums, spray paint with digital art, charcoal with neon lights, turning her creations into immersive experiences rather than static pictures. She set up pop-up exhibitions in abandoned warehouses and city rooftops, spaces that reflected the raw energy of her work. Slowly, people didn't just see her art, they felt it. What can we learn from Maya's unconventional path? First, obstacles are not roadblocks, but invitations to innovate. When traditional galleries closed their doors, she built her own. When social media failed her, she created physical spaces that brought her audience closer. Second, authenticity attracts a tribe, not everyone, but the right ones. By refusing to dilute her vision, Maya connected deeply with people who resonated with her true self, fueling a community that championed her growth. Lastly, success is less about the destination and more about how you transform along the way. Maya's art evolved as she did, embracing failure, experimenting fearlessly, and breaking rules she once thought were set in stone. So, if you're stuck wondering how to break free from the mold, remember Maya's story. Lean into what makes you different, seek out unconventional paths, and build your own stage if you have to. Your masterpiece is waiting, not in the approval of others, but in the boldness of your journey. Maya's story began in a small town where creativity was often seen as a hobby, not a career. From a young age, she was drawn to colors and shapes, doodling in the margins of her school notebooks. But as she grew older, the pressure to conform to more traditional paths mounted. Her parents encouraged her to pursue a stable job, something with a paycheck and benefits. For a time, Maya complied, taking a desk job that drained her spirit but paid the bills. Yet the hunger to create never left her. It simmered beneath the surface, growing stronger each day. One evening, after a particularly monotonous day at work, Maya sat down with her old sketchbook. As she flipped through the pages, she realized that the sketches captured a part of her soul that the office never could. That night marked a turning point. She made a decision that many would deem risky, to leave the comfort of security and follow the uncertain path of her passion. The early days were tough. Without a steady income, Maya had to juggle odd jobs to pay rent. Her art supplies were secondhand, and her studio was a tiny corner of her apartment. When she first reached out to galleries, the response was disheartening. Critics called her style too avant-garde, and buyers were hesitant to invest in something so unconventional. Her online presence was minimal, algorithms favored trending content, and her posts rarely gained traction. But Maya refused to let these setbacks define her. Instead, she saw them as challenges to overcome. She began experimenting with blending different art forms, combining traditional painting techniques with emerging digital technologies. Her work evolved into multisensory installations that invited audiences to step inside her imagination. These immersive experiences broke down the barriers between artist and viewer, making the art a living, breathing entity. Understanding that traditional venues weren't accessible, Maya took her art to the streets and forgotten urban spaces. Pop-up exhibitions in abandoned warehouses became a hallmark of her approach. These raw, unpolished locations resonated with the themes of her work: transformation, resilience, and the beauty found in imperfection. City rooftops provided breathtaking backdrops that contrasted with the gritty reality of the art itself. Word began to spread, first through word of mouth, then through niche art communities online. People who felt disconnected from mainstream culture found solace and inspiration in Maya's creations. Her audience wasn't massive, but it was passionate and loyal. They became collaborators, advocates, and friends, forming a vibrant community that supported her endeavors. Maya's journey teaches us that innovation often arises from necessity. When faced with closed doors, she forged new ones. Her story challenges the notion that success is a linear path paved by conformity and approval. Instead, it is a winding road marked by courage, authenticity, and relentless experimentation. Moreover, Maya's experience highlights the power of building your own ecosystem. In an age dominated by algorithms and commercial interests, creating spaces, both physical and virtual, where your work can thrive is crucial. These spaces become sanctuaries for creativity and connection, enabling artists to bypass traditional gatekeepers. Her refusal to water down her vision serves as a reminder that true resonance comes from honesty. While not everyone will understand or appreciate your work, the right audience will find you. Cultivating these genuine relationships can sustain and propel your growth far beyond superficial metrics. Throughout her evolution, Maya embraced failure as a necessary step rather than a defeat. Each misstep provided insights that refined her craft and deepened her understanding of herself. Her willingness to break rules, those unwritten codes about what art should be, allowed her to discover new territories and redefine boundaries. For anyone feeling trapped by expectations or unsure how to proceed, Maya's story is a beacon. It encourages embracing what makes you unique, seeking alternative routes when the conventional ones are blocked, and having the bravery to create your own platform. The journey itself, with all its trials and triumphs, becomes the masterpiece. In the end, Maya's art is more than just visual expression. It is a testament to human resilience and the transformative power of creativity. It reminds us that the colors we paint with don't have to exist in the world. They can be born from within, illuminating paths not yet traveled. Your masterpiece awaits, shaped by your boldness and the stories you dare to tell.